What up, Nani? Glad you could make it. Actually, you know what, Nani? I'm gonna shout you out in the next video, because I got like a community update video, so we'll do that. I got my thumbnail already made and everything. I was gonna do that one, but then when we talked about this chart, and so I changed it. So I'm a shout you out in the video tomorrow. All right, so let's see. Storj, STORJ. Let's check that one out real quick. Again, if you guys aren't familiar, the method we are using is called the Boss method. It is comprised of 3 simple moving averages. The white line is a 7, the blue line is a 77, and the columns are a 231. The length that we use for each candle is 343 minutes. If you have a free account, you can use a 4-hour. It works just fine. And even when we do that, we can see that Storj is looking pretty good. It might have a little bit of a cool down here. A lot of charts look like this, actually, to where, you know, we can kind of see that that 77 wants to take a break. It's definitely not looking as strong as it did before. One of the things you can think about when a chart breaks out, it does it in waves. So that's like wave 1. This is wave 2. And now it's working on wave 3, right? If you know Elliott waves, you know that the maximum we can have in any given extension is 5 waves. Most traditionally, we only get about 3. And so what this means, what I can see inside of Storj, is that it's slowing down, it's cooling down, and now may be a good time to look at taking some of your money away, right? And looking to buy back in at a better price, you know? Another thing you can do looking at this chart is really put in a few lines of support. So that will be one right there. And it confirms all the way back here. You can see how clean these things just happen when you know where to put them. So that is where I think when we drop, where we would be going to. How do I know we're going to drop? Because when you turn on the 21 day, the 21 day is under the 77. So some of this quick momentum is already dying or slowing down, so to speak, from the inside. You do have a lot of support, right, coming from the 77 and the 231. So it's still in a general uptrend. I just think a lot of these charts may take a break over the next week or so when Bitcoin rebounds. I do not think Bitcoin is in a downtrend. I thought it was going to break out earlier, but it looks like it's taking a little break, giving these altcoins a chance to just get a little bit of money so it could really just come right back, right? So I don't think this is going to be a huge breakout, even if you look at it as a, continuation pattern. If we throw up some cycle lines here, let's do this intersection to that intersection. We're going to have another major moment right here, right? And the way we did that was we basically just took the red and the white, the 7 and the 21. And again, normally I don't use the 21, but since we're talking about interquartile day trading, essentially trying to time up our landing, that's why I turned the 21 day on, so we could get a few more intersections in here to anchor our logic in between. And so I'll put these intersections kind of in red, so we know that they stand out and they're anchored in the 21 day. So when we do our cyclic lines right there, we can see that we have a major moment coming up right here to where ultimately what's going to happen, we need to make a decision. We're either going to break out or we're going to break down. And that, you know, just given all this area that we have, all this, you know, nice area in there, you know, we had a ceiling that was confirmed over here, ceiling. So normally you need to go down at least one time and confirm it as the floor. So I would look to buy storage at 10.5. If you don't have it and you want to roll the dice with it, put a limit buy in between 11.5 and 10.5, and that will basically lock you in for the next round of money that should be happening before the end of January, right? So that's storage. That's a pretty in-depth analysis, you know, on a nice little chart, 4-hour chart. Again, bossofbitcoin.com. If you're just getting started and you're looking to get some, you know, resources in the crypto game, I'm going to publish this one on my page as well for TradingView. If you want to follow me on TradingView, feel free to do that. My screen name on there, let's check it out, is BD Kelly 1203. So I'm gonna just write this one down real quick, and I'll make sure I publish it to my page as soon as we're done with this video. Somebody said, how can they learn the boss method? All you need to do in order to do that, click on that description in the playlist. It's called Chart Like a Boss. That is going to open up a playlist I put together for you specifically for learning out how to make the money. This is it right here. You watch the first couple episodes in this playlist, especially that one right there, the boss method explained. I just had an amazing conversation with a guy over in the UK, and I'm actually going to rewatch this video myself to try to see some of the energy I was pulled into when I was given this presentation. So there you go. Bossofbitcoin.com if you want a few crypto resources, Chart Like a Boss, just to get some free videos and some insight and knowledge into the method, and then tradingview.com to put it into action on the charts, right? And one more, let's see, waves. I saw somebody say waves. Actually, yeah, let's do waves. WAVES. I haven't looked at waves in quite some time. So waves and storage are two charts. And again, guys, if you haven't done it already, just jump in the Facebook group right here. Share this post that's pinned to the top. I'll go ahead and clear the board. That way, if any new people joined, you can go ahead and get on in before we pick a winner. Answered all questions. There you go. Right. So you share that post right there at the top. And then I'm picking a winner as soon as we get done with this chart right here. Waves. What do we got? Nice wavy cycle. I can tell you that. You see what I did there? Did you catch it? You picking up what I'm putting down? Wow, this is nice. This is a decent little turnaround. Let's see how low we are. First thing you look for, again, guys, first thing you want to see in any given cycle, breakout, breakdown, flatline. And so I'm going to generalize the energy, but we can basically see breakout, breakdown, flatline, right? You had a few micro cycles in there where you did something like that, breakout, breakdown, flatline, you know, breakout, breakdown, flatline. But when you generalize it, as long as you can, you know, pinpoint the moments in the chart where the 77-day moving average broke out above the columns, basically that moment in time when that blue went above that columns, that's really all you need. So let's go ahead and look at waves a little bit. You know, first thing we see, we'll just put it right there, and right there, right? Those are kind of like the major points of the chart. Maybe one more right there where we kind of tried to make some money, but we just weren't ready, right? We'll just put this at the top. So if we wanted to get a scale of how this is working, we can do a Fibonacci like that, line it up straight to the top, and we get confirmation right here that this breakdown point was basically halfway down our entire cycle. You know, basically split it down the middle. You can see it's literally like a magnet pulling, you know, both sides of that line back into it. And down here is a little interesting. This was a little bit of an oversell, I want to say, up under the 786. I don't necessarily like that, but let's see if we can try to make some sense of it off of another one. All right, so what I did there is I basically took another Fibonacci. This is a Fibonacci extension on a down trend. Don't too many YouTubers know how to execute that move, but I do. To see that we have 2 points right there, A, B, and we basically bottomed out right there between the 4.2 and the 4.6. We caught our breath, you know, in between, and now, you know, we're basically living in between this new channel, right in between the green lines, right? This is a wide cycle, you guys. So what it shows me is it's a varying cycle. Waves is very wavy. You see that? So now you're literally living inside this energy range right here until we make a major move. What does a major move look like? Well, it's either below 66 or above 101, right? That's a pretty big range. Anything other than that, I would say is pure speculation. This thing is in between cycles. It's not necessarily strong either way. I don't expect this little run here to hold, so you can expect to come back down, you know, just like every other chart right now, and to catch somewhere right on top of that 231. So if you were looking to buy this thing, honestly, I don't think it's a strong buy right now, mainly because it's, you know, just kind of sitting sideways, not really decided either way, but maybe something around 75, a limit buy around 75 would probably almost be guaranteed to make you some money as it pulls up and looks to continue this uptrend. So let's say you were able to snag it down there at 75 and it goes back up to the green. You can jump out of it for a 34% gain pretty quickly, right? I don't think it would take that long to fill. Probably only take, you know, a couple days, a couple weeks on the next bull run. So yeah, it's definitely in between cycles, definitely wavy, right? But still not a bad trade nonetheless. If you can buy it down there and you just want to hold it for the long term, let's see what that looks like for you. We do something like this, boom, 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 boom. If we continue to go up, then you would be looking at that 50% in about 2 months, a little over 2 months, 2.5 months. There you go. Not a bad coin. If you like the platform, then, you know, hopefully it helps. There you go. Again, bossofbitcoin.com for more crypto resources. Chart like a boss to get the in-depth video analysis on this and many, many more trades as well. And lastly, the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. I'm coming back to this thing in 30 seconds. So if you want to earn some free Ethereum, now is your chance. Last call. Here we go. Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today is January 8th, 2018. And Bitcoin is treading water right above $15,000. I just want to make a quick announcement. I'm going to do a special video tomorrow with regards to this, but we have surpassed 20,000 people around the world. 20,000 of my best friends have come together, to empower each other in this community. It's really an amazing thing. I wanted to thank you personally for allowing me to join you on this journey of manifestation and, market self-taught expertise, right? I was just listening to one of my videos long time back in June when I had just a few hundred subscribers, and I was drawing trend lines, just really starting to tune into the energy in these charts. And now, it's almost like we're on a different plane, right? And the field, that I see and the people that I'm talking to are really, amazing, right? So from the bottom of my heart, I thank every single person that's reached out to me personally that I've been able to connect with on a call, through an email, even in a Facebook message, through Twitter, YouTube comments, everything. I just appreciate the positivity you guys have instilled upon me. So just know, going through the rest of this year, 2018, it is my due diligence to replicate, that in your favor as well. With that being said, let's go ahead and make this money. This is your first time tuning in. Congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. You know me as the crypto trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is a day you get to profit as a result. And today is no exception. So with that being said, we're jumping over into the number one Bitcoin group in the world, 20,000 strong, rocking out every day. Let's go ahead and get some people paid. If you want to win, all you got to do is click that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. I come back on the air 5, 6, 7 days a week because the markets don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? And so we just jumping in, jumping out like double dutch, getting some people paid and about to hit these charts like a boss. So here we go. What I'm doing right now is I am going to the bottom of the list. Let's go to the people who've been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? 35 minutes in. We'll load one more up, and then we'll say January 8th, 1 + 8 is 9. So 9 up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam! Carrio Queen headquarters. That the boss of Bitcoin is live. Tune in. Boom. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are our winner of the day. Do me a favor. I don't even know how I'm going to get this money to you, but you got to send me a message. I'll try to message you real quick on the page. It looks like you were a page and you commented on that. Right. But that's awesome. Look at that. Some plug. Check out Carrio Queen headquarters painting. Yep. Let's see. So I'll just say Bitcoin winner of the day. Hit me up. I don't want to do that. I don't want to show all my messages to the people, So yeah, Carrio Queen headquarters, hit me up. 1,600 people and counting. If you're looking to get your her did, you know what I'm saying? Give my girl some business. She looked like she holding it down. Where you at? Where you at, Carrio Queen? What city you in? Egypt. All right. All right. Hold it down in. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Empowerment. Thank you for joining me, on this journey. Make sure you send me your Ethereum wallet. I'll send you some money from my pocket to yours, and it's just that easy to get paid, everybody. I don't mind giving out a little money. It ain't no fun if the homeboy don't get none. And where I'm from, every day is Thanksgiving, because when we sit down, we eat, we break bread together as one, like a family, right? And so that's what it is. It's a family in here, 20,000 and growing. Come on in. The doors are always open. With that being said, let's go ahead and make this bread. Which one should you buy? Ethereum or Ethereum Classic? It's interesting. It's a fork in the road. You see what they did there? It's like it was actually because, you know, after the Dow, you know, the Dow hack, the ICO Dow token, it was actually a fork. So you see what they did. So yeah, it's interesting, you guys. We're coming up on 2 cycles, and these are macro cycles. These are basically 6-month cycles in both of these charts. And so literally you have the opportunity to make money with one or both of them, right? And I do think you should buy at least one, if not both. And so what we'll review on this call together is each one of the charts to see how they differ and how you can look to profit from each one. So first one we're going to do, let's type in Ethereum to the Bitcoin. Let's check it out. And the chart that we're looking at is ETH to BTC on a 343-minute chart. Again, the candles I use are 343 minutes. And that's because I use a fractal-based system of 777. I go to Las Vegas, they call out jackpot. You know what I'm saying? I walk in the casino and the dealer's looking at me because they know when money come walking. You know what I'm saying? Casinos don't even like me going in there one time. I remember I hit this one casino upside the head for a couple G's on the roulette table. They thought I was cheating. I was just like, no, I just know the energy. I just play the numbers, you know. But we'll say that story for another day. My Las Vegas days back when I was a young whippersnapper. So the 343, guys. This is a patented intellectual property, boss method, USPTO. Just look it up. You go see my name right there. Don't try to reuse it, reduce it, or recirculate it without my express authorized consent. If you are a profit-seeking entity, a hedge fund, a banker, a Wall Street trader, this method is not for you. If you are a person just looking to pay your bills, buy back your freedom, take a vacation, put your feet up, pay your car off, take your girl out to eat. I took my girl out to eat the other day. Where we go? I just asked her to go eat today. She said she wasn't hungry, so we didn't go nowhere. And that's why I'm talking to y'all now. So now y'all got me. But we were in Miami and went to a couple places. But it's just good to be able to spend a couple $100 on a meal and know it ain't nothing, right? And this is where the money is at, you guys. Trust me, if the dollar was gonna make you rich, if the dollar was designed to make you rich, you would already be rich because you've been dealing in dollars your whole life. So come on over to the crypto side. The money flows abundantly, and this is how we capture it. 7 above the 77. And this is what it looks like when that white goes above the blue right here. Bam! You know what to do. Jump on in, put your money down, and get paid, right? When the blue is above the white, bam, kiss it goodnight. Get up out of there. Go find something else. It's like college. Leave one, go to the next. Just like freshman year. So those are the 2 rules. That's the 2 rules. When the 7 is above the 77, you buy it. When the 7's below, you sell it. The beautiful things about fractal harmonics is it repeats every single time, right? So this stuff works, right? This is stuff you didn't learn in math class because they didn't want you to know this type of knowledge, but it was given to me and now I'm giving it to you. So here you go. Ethereum to Bitcoin. What's happening inside these charts? We are completing a macro cycle, right? And what I'll do here, I'm trying to catch this thing. Where do I want it at? Right there. Where do I want it at? That's it right there. Look at them. So here we go. What I did on my cycle lines, I took the Genesis point. This is like the beginning, right? I'll put this thing in yellow so everybody can see it. So we know where we starting at, starting with a nice clean deal, right? That's our first intersection. That's basically where all the energy in this chart started. Normally I put it on this intersection. If we were doing a Fibonacci, that would kind of show you what it looks like. In order to do the cycle lines, I put it at the extreme top because that was basically the maximum amount of energy that went into it. What does that give us? That gives us that breakdown cross. And guess what we got knocking at the door right now? This is going to be a major cycle, you guys. You do not want to miss this run. If you go back to the videos in June, actually in July, when I told you don't believe the hype, sell Ethereum when it was $360 and it was 0.14 BTC, I said don't look at buying it back till it's around a nickel, 0.07, but that won't be until towards the end of the year. Right. Sure enough, we hit 0.03. I wish I was buying down there. I didn't even know it was that low. I think I was on vacation or something. But this is how you make the money, though. Right. So now this is basically coming to an entire macro completion. What is this going to look like? It's really quite simple. When you have that big of an energy cycle, all you really need to do is just kind of draw a triangle and say, I'm going to let that red, or no, we'll make this a green triangle because that's a money right there. I'm going to let that green triangle represent all of the money in Ethereum, right? And then a lot of times you'll be able to put it back at that low. And that's more or less what it's riding up right now, right? You kind of took a little lapse right here. If we want it, we could find the line of best fit to figure out, you know, what the bounce lines are in there. And that would probably be like right there, which means this would be right there. But look at that. It still comes right back to that exact circle. I just triangulated that energy. I don't know how many mathematicians we got in the building right now, but that doesn't happen on accident. When you harmonize everything, you see this thing literally bounced right there. And now we're looking at executing this macro, right? Let me take that off because I use triangles sometimes just to show you guys. I'll leave that one up there so you can expect what the projections are going to be. In addition to that, we can also throw our Fibonacci up here, right there. And again, I'm doing macro scale. So I'm going from the bottom of the blue to the top of the blue like this, right? So that's my bottom. That's my top. And now we just broke the 1.0. What does that mean? We're going up to the 1.6. And with a little bit of luck, we should be somewhere north of It's crazy how that worked. This thing basically has the energy to run all the way up to the 1.2 inside this next cycle. I didn't even see that until now, but that's a pretty incredible run. And you can see when it turned here, it did all of that growth inside of that cycle. It went from the 0 to the 1 all in one cycle. So now, because we started at the 786, actually we started at the 1.2. So technically we could go all the way up to the 1.6 if we really wanted. If it has that energy is yet to be seen. But I think anywhere, you know, what's guaranteed money on Ethereum? Right here. This is basically locked into the energy of the chart, you know, given certain conditions, right? Don't say, oh, BK said it was guaranteed and Ethereum went down 3%. He said it was going up 40%. It only got 13. You know, I'm just giving you probabilities. You know, it's a lot of factors that go into this kind of stuff. But this is more or less what those different energy areas look like. And literally, they just kind of, if you know anything about histograms, they really just follow that triangle. That's really all I'm doing is I'm just taking the width of that triangle and matching it to the height of that Fibonacci. And it's literally just scaling to show you the cap of where that energy would come from and where it would peak out at and what it would look like, right? That would be pretty cool. And we can expect that peak, if it hits, to be right around there. I've never done a chart like this. So you can see it's different methods to bring these charts together. This one just literally replicates the energy that was already here. So again, you can kind of just copy and paste that one. bring it back to the original intersection point, which was right there. And that's pretty cool, right? So ETH is looking very good. Ms. Nani Crypto holding it down in the charts. Thank you. You know, ETH is looking very good. We have the potential for a few different cycles in there, 40% almost locked into the energy, an additional 50 on a continuation pattern, and then 40 on top of that for the peak out candle or two. You know, you might get one or two candle wicks that pop up there right around 0.2, 0.18, somewhere in there. Somebody make sure you record me saying this, that when Ethereum break Bitcoin over the head for 0.20, you know, you could say BK called it back in January, you know, when people would sleep, you know, on a Monday night, BK on the charts making money like a boss. So here you go. Ethereum is legit, you guys. It's ready to go. A huge cycle coming up. I will upload this to my page as well. So let's look at ETC, Ethereum Classic, right? And this one is amazing as well. This one is nice. This is actually my favorite out the two right now. If you got the profit package, you already know, you know, BK, I've been waiting on Ethereum Classic to come back alive, and it looks like it's ready to do it pretty soon here. Real quick, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this line, boom, boom, boom. Let's see where this goes. And again, all I'm doing is I'm finding kind of like the best flux points. That's like a maximum, minimum. Probably should have did this point. Yeah, that's not bad. This thing is ready to go right now. We're like literally days away on ETC, guys. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so here you go. What I did here is I tuned it into the white, the high on the white, right? And so we kind of started right there, and I put my next point at the peak right there. What does that give us? That gives us a continuation drop off on the white right there. And what do we have coming up right here? What do you think? What do you think? It's 3 parts to any given cycle. Breakout, breakdown. That was a bad line right there. Breakout, breakdown, flatline. What comes next? Bam! Hit him over the head with it. What do we expect? This is what we expect. Let's take this to the top of that blue. We can see that that doesn't give us what we want because I'm trying to time up this part over here. So now I think a few of you guys saw me when I did this earlier. I'm going to swing that around and break it down, right? Like a boss. What does that do? That bounce off that 1.6. Now we cooking with some oil. Now we can say, okay, Ethereum, we know you've been struggling. I saw you break down on that 1.2 right there. Trust me, it hurt me more than it hurt you. You know, I see you trying to get it together, right? Trying so hard. So this is what's going to happen. This is literally the energy inside this one right here. It's sideways, it's sideways, it's sideways. It's going to hit a vertex point, do something like that. That 1.0 is going to be a huge objective, right? Probably won't make it on the first go round. It'll probably come down, sit flat. And then once it does something like that, it's going up to the 1.6. And in this case, it's the 618, right? I think the top of this pattern for Ethereum Classic is right there. Right? I don't think we can go all the way to the top on one run. but I think it'll probably look something like that. Just like that. To where the bulk of it, we might get a candle that pops up here to the 382, but then the bulk of it falls down, but we catch right there. We have a confirmation to where the ceiling becomes the floor, and we're now standing on that 1.0, and that will give us enough energy to get to that 0.5 just in time for the summer. How much is that? And again, this could be a gross underestimation, but I think it's about 160% on Ethereum inside the next 6 months. We could go as high as we did over here and eclipse points, 75. Right now, what are we at? We're at 20, right? This is almost free money, you guys. Just like I called that Zcash, I'm calling Ethereum Classic right now 100% inside of 6 months, right? I'm gonna write that down. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't be believing me when I be telling you BK got the predictions on deck. They call me BK Damas. And Kelly created 1.8. So there you go. It's official. Bam! I'm gonna put that on my page too. So there you go, you guys. ETC is a banger. If you don't like money that much, you could just stay on the Ethereum boat, and you'll still get some over there as well. But if you about that life, if you want that bread, you know what I'm saying, ETC is ready to pay you guys. I don't think too many people realize the value that ETC has and what it has been building, with the hedge funds and being a financial asset and kind of rebranding themselves, repositioning themselves for 2018. 2018 is going to be a year of mainstream adoption, not only by the fiduciaries, but also by society, by the builders, by the coders. And ETC can do exactly what ETH does. It has the exact same capability. It's the original source code before the fork, right? That's why it's called Ethereum Classic, right? And if you just look at the price, Ethereum is almost $1,200. Ethereum Classic, $30. Which one has more immediate growth? I'll leave that up to you, but the charts say ETC by far, right? So again, bossofbitcoin.com. If you are looking for some resources, we can check those out for you as well. Look like we got about 400 people rocking out live on the air with the boss. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Do me a favor, shout your country out if you are in the chat right now. And we will be getting to everybody in about 30 seconds. Again, we already showed you the #1 Facebook group in the world. I'm telling you right now, if you haven't gotten it, Cryptopolis might change your life. This could pay for your kids' college inside of 2 years. Somebody better tell them. 10 coins that are building the future. Day by day, we are restructuring civilization. You understand that? Let me do a little bit. Let me do a little bit of this, because see, this is where I get caught up a little bit. Hold up. So here we go. This is how it works, you guys. This is me. Bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? This is my office. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy. That's the manifesting. We are literally building a bridge on the blockchain. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm already over there. You know what I'm saying? They'll call me BK Trump. I'm buying up so much real estate on the blockchain. They ain't gonna be able to get rid of me. But the beautiful thing about what we're doing, you guys, is we're literally moving society across that bridge from the dollar to crypto, right? And it's painful, it's confusing, it's frustrating, but day by day, trade by trade, minute by minute, hour by hour, confirmation by confirmation, that's what's happening, right? And so Cryptopolis report, what I tried to do is give you guys a list of 10 coins that will help facilitate that journey, right? You have to understand that the reality that many of us know, that we're cognizant of, was created for us before we even came to be, right? At the end of the day, many people are still rats in a maze that are focused on looking down, only going through the only door that's left open for them, and fighting over the one little bitty piece of cheese in the middle of the maze. Literally killing each other for one little bitty piece of cheese that's left in the maze, right? And all too often, it ain't enough cheese for all the rats that are running around. So rats are homeless, rats are strung out, stressed out, you know, and crypto can end all of that. Once you change your value, you change your worth. So as long as you value a medium of tender that doesn't value you, the dollar is designed to keep you suppressed and repressed and keep you obsessed with getting more, because there is always a deficit, right? But the blockchain ends all of that. You don't need to value the dollar. There's something else, right? Because a few of those rats got tired of running. A few of those rats looked around and said, okay, well, let's build something over here. Let's build a ladder. Let's get out of this maze, you know? And once we get out, let's come back and let's start getting our people, right? So, you know, let's give them some software. Let's give them some tools. Let's give them some books, some videos, some knowledge that was unbeknownst to any of us, but lived in a higher self, right? And I don't mean to get too spiritual on this channel. I don't think that's my calling. My calling is to get people money. But once you get money, you get knowledge. When I was a child, I wanted toys. When I was a boy, I wanted shiny things. When I became a man, I wanted knowledge. And I'll tell you what, knowledge is power, and it is powerful. Now I give it away for free. I don't need money. Money comes, money flows. Money is a form of currency. It's an energy that's, you know, just flows through. It's a medium of exchange. It doesn't even exist. But when you accept the fact that everything is interrelated, that's when everything flows freely. You take off your blinders, you step out the maze, and you remove yourself from the system of entrapment that was left there for you. That's when you don't need to worry about the rent being paid. That's when you could take a vacation whenever you want. It's much better on that side. Shout out to Nani Crypto. She well on her way. She said she want to retire by 50. I'm a better that she got it by 45. Don't let her be the only one. It's a lot of resources out there, you guys. Just open your mind, become cognizant of it, and you change your mind. You literally transform the world that's around you, right? Stop trying to keep up with the Kardashians. They already rich. They don't need your money. Stop paying attention to them. By paying attention to them, you are paying them, right? Just stop it. Cut it off. Put the magazine down at the grocery store. All right, let's jump back. Let's get back to my people. That's my rant for the day. But the time is now, you guys. Time is now, right? So Cryptopolis, building the future. Miss Debbie, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much. I hope you are, you know, staying warmer in Seattle. You know, it's amazing talking to you. And let's see who else we got over here in our chat right now. Of course, said no preaching. Hey, if you in the chat, shout your place out. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit sidetracked. Got a little sidetracked over here. Houston, H-Town, what up? USA, Durham, Puerto Rico. I see you over here. A great video from Texas. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, sir. Utah, Tejas, 2 times, 3 times. Canada, what's up? USA, Colorado Springs. My man Cosmic Apple said he picked up 150 ETC like a boss. You know what I'm saying? Put down 150, pick up 500. What's up? Philippines, what's going on? Dapper with the best thumbnail ever. I love that little guy. USA, 1 time. Let's see. Michael said the flower life is dope. Thank you, sir. Washington, D.C., what's up? Kansas, Chicago, Egypt. Said BK making money for the people. Love from Amsterdam. Thank you, love back. I will be visiting. Man, I'm gonna take a trip this summer, man. I'm just going. I might do like 10 cities in 10 days, something like that. I don't even know yet, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be a summer of manifesting, you guys. You have to get out your cubicle and get into the world, right? So that's one of my things. I'm just gonna jump on a plane and go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Take my laptop, go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be broadcasting from Starbucks on the beach in Cancun one time. Oakland, what up? Rio! I ain't seen Rio in so long, man. My people in Brazil, what's going on? It's good to see you. And my man living off cryptos is from Oakland, said they boss walking on the West Coast. With that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out, this the boss, boy BK. No matter where you stay, from Brazil to the Bay, California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. I hope you see that I'm passionate about changing the world. I'm sincere about sincerely empowering those around me. I don't need to know you. I don't need to touch you. I don't need to speak to you, but I know I am intrinsically of you. We are of the same source, and recognizing that we can connect to each other. We can connect and fulfill much of which has been unfulfilled. We are a sick people right now. And we are sick because we've been stripped of any resources, any knowledge, and any nourishment from the higher self. But once we plug into these charts, once we start making a little bit of money, once we get off all those pharmaceuticals and get into some real organic fruit, once we, take care of our kids' future, then we can take care of ourselves. And that is possible on this method. As long as they have all the money, then we have all the power. Don't forget that. Because money is worthless if you don't have somebody willing to accept it. So let's shift our value, shift what we value, and then we shift our worth. We shift what we become worth. Copy and paste the URL for this video. Text it to somebody you care about. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Until we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.